The Victoria Beckham documentary is every client I have ever worked with, and what I love about her candidness is that it shows you it doesn't matter how much money you have, it doesn't matter how many sales you have, it does not matter how big your brand name is. If you do not sort out what is going on in your business operations, you will hemorrhage money, you will end up in debt. She was very fortunate that she had a husband business partner pouring millions of dollars, like to the tune of 36 million, into her business, and even then it didn't save it, right? They were just getting further and further into the red. And so what changed it was bringing someone in who could really support her to set the business up to operate effectively and efficiently. And you know what? You don't want to be doing it when you're $36 million in debt. Like, you want to do this now when you're doing $1 million in annual revenue, or $5 million in annual revenue, or even $500,000 in annual revenue, because that's how you end up not going into debt. You have the foundations that make sure you're not overspending on flowers and the guy that waters them, or flying chairs halfway around the world. Now, these are much bigger, I guess, scenarios than probably what you're facing in your business. But all this to say, it is the perfect example of why once you can establish yourself and establish sales, you absolutely then have to focus on operations. There is no point in focusing on your business operations before you have sales, right? Because you can't do anything with that. But once you establish your sales, next comes having solid foundations on which to grow your business, because it's your operational foundation that will enable your business to scale profitably and, more importantly, sustainably, in my opinion, which means that you keep growing. You don't have these huge highs and lows, peaks and troughs. So profitable and sustainable growth is the goal, and you only get that by having effective and efficient systems. And you cannot build a high-performing team if they do not have those foundations in which to perform on. And so if you haven't watched it and you're a female founder, go and check it out, because it'll make you feel less alone, because she had all the resources and all the contacts in the world, and she was making the same mistakes that I see my clients who are doing $1 million in annual revenue do. So very good watch, in my opinion. And if you want to learn more around how to put those foundations into your business, I am launching a space for 2026 that you're going to want to come and check out, because it is going to be the space Victoria Beckham needed when she started her business. I'll see you in there.